Does bankruptcy get rid of all debt? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. One of the biggest questions people have when considering bankruptcy is, does bankruptcy get rid of all debt? It's a great question, and the answer depends on the type of debt you have and which chapter of bankruptcy you file. In this video, we'll break it all down so you know exactly what debts may be eliminated and which ones may still need to be paid. Also, this video is just for informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal or financial advice. If you have specific questions about your case, consider speaking with a qualified attorney. First, does bankruptcy eliminate all debt? Bankruptcy may provide relief from many types of debt, but it does not erase every financial obligation. Understanding which debts may be discharged and which ones may not is key to making an informed decision. Some debts may be eliminated entirely, while others will remain your responsibility even after filing. If you're wondering how bankruptcy might apply to your situation, we've built a free bankruptcy and debt options calculator to compare different debt relief options, including Chapter 7, Chapter 13, and other alternatives. Second, what types of debt may be discharged in a bankruptcy? Bankruptcy generally divides debts into three categories: unsecured debts, priority unsecured debts, and secured debts. Unsecured debts, which are debts not tied to collateral, may typically be discharged in bankruptcy. This includes things like credit card balances, medical bills, personal loans, past due rent, or utilities. Once discharged, you are no longer legally responsible for repaying those debts, and creditors cannot pursue you for payment. Priority unsecured debts, however, are not treated the same way. These include child support, alimony, tax debts, and restitution payments. Because these debts are considered priorities, they generally cannot be discharged and must still be paid after bankruptcy. Secured debts like mortgages and car loans are a little different. If you want to keep the property tied to these debts, you may need to continue making payments. If you choose to surrender the property, the remaining debt may be discharged in Chapter 7. Third, what about student loans and taxes? A lot of people ask, can I get rid of student loans in bankruptcy? The reality is that student loans are usually not discharged unless you can prove undue hardship. Courts use something called the Brunner's test to determine if repaying your loans would cause extreme financial distress. This is a high bar to meet, but in some cases, it may be possible to get student loans discharged. Income tax debt is another common concern. Some old tax debts may be discharged in Chapter 7 if they meet certain conditions. Generally, the tax debt must be at least 3 years old, the tax return must have been filed at least 2 years before filing, and the IRS must have assessed the tax at least 240 days before filing. If these conditions aren't met, the tax debt may not be discharged. Fourth, what happens to secured debts like mortgages and car loans? Filing for bankruptcy may eliminate your personal responsibility for a secured debt, but the creditor may still repossess or foreclose on the asset. If you want to keep your home or vehicle, you'll typically need to continue making payments or negotiate a repayment plan in Chapter 13. In Chapter 7, you may voluntarily surrender the asset if you don't want to continue making payments. This means you return the property to the lender and any remaining balance may be discharged. However, if you sign a reaffirmation agreement, you will still be legally responsible for the debt even after bankruptcy. Fifth, does Chapter 13 handle debt differently? Chapter 13 bankruptcy works differently from Chapter 7. Instead of immediately eliminating unsecured debts, Chapter 13 sets up a structured repayment plan lasting 3 to 5 years. Priority debts like child support and tax debt must be paid in full during the repayment plan. However, non-priority unsecured debts such as credit cards and medical bills may only require partial repayment. Once you complete the repayment plan, any remaining balance on these non-priority debts may be discharged. If you're unsure whether Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 are right for you, our free Chapter 13 calculator can help estimate costs and compare options. Final answer, does bankruptcy get rid of all debt? The short answer is no. Bankruptcy does not get rid of all debt. However, it may eliminate many unsecured debts and provide a structured way to manage obligations like past due taxes or mortgage arrears. Understanding which debts may be discharged and which ones will remain is key to deciding if bankruptcy is the right choice for your situation. If you're considering bankruptcy, Ascend offers free tools and resources to help you understand your options. Our bankruptcy calculator can estimate your eligibility and potential savings. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future updates. Remember, every financial challenge has a solution, and we're here to support you every step of the way. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.